What's going on, guys? Welcome back to another Chef's Garage video. Today I'm going to tell you guys why a Tesla is the best daily driver for specifically a car enthusiast. Without further ado, let's get straight into this video. But first, if you're new to the channel and this is the first time seeing my face on your screen, consider hitting that subscribe button down below if you do enjoy my videos. I'm trying to become a full-time YouTuber, and I cannot do without your guys' support. You guys have been crushing the amount of support lately. I can't thank you guys enough. This is my Mark 8 GTI, what basically shaped my channel. And speaking of the GTI, I just wanted to say that we have some spicy new modifications coming very soon in the next video. So if you want to see what modifications I am doing next to my Mark 8 GTI, or you just want to come and chill and hang out to the best car channel that's super underrated, hit that subscribe button because you're helping me achieve a dream by becoming a full-time YouTuber. Anyways, back to the Tesla. Now, after owning our 2024 Tesla Model 3 long range for about 2 months now, I've gone to drive this car a good amount, and I've came to the conclusion that this car is the best daily driver for any car enthusiast. Now, you're gonna be thinking, Shep, are you out of your mind? Car enthusiasts don't like electric cars or don't like Tesla. Well, your mind may soon change after watching this video. Now, here's the thing. I think car enthusiasts really don't like Tesla, which I've explained this in past videos too, but I think they don't like Tesla because, one, they're jealous on how ahead Tesla is of the game, and two, it's just one of those car companies where it's super easy to roast them because all they do is mainly their performance numbers are absolutely stupid, and they've made a sedan faster than any supercar. I feel like that car enthusiasts, it's just easy company for car enthusiasts to roast or make fun of, and which makes sense. I mean, I'll give them that. Today, I'm going to share with you guys my reasoning why this car is such a good daily driver for car enthusiasts, and I'm also going to compare it to daily driving my GTI, just so you guys can see the difference from daily driving this to daily driving that. Maybe your guys' minds will change on Tesla as being a good daily driver for car enthusiasts. Let's get started. Let's first start off with the convenience factor of daily driving a Tesla. Now, for car enthusiasts, most car enthusiasts have to think about a lot when it comes to their daily driver, and I certainly do. I don't know if it's just me, but with my daily driver, my GTI, I have to constantly think about a ton of things in this car, like fuel level, oil level, coolant level, the level of the temperatures in my engine bay, for example. Since my car is lowered, I have to think about potholes, speed bumps. I have to think about tire pressures. I have to think about warming up my car to make sure it's a good temperature to drive hard. I have to think about the way I drive my car to make sure I'm not like ruining the engine. I have to think about the other cars around me. I have to think of when I'm backing up in this car, I have to make sure I have to park far away from people to make sure no one's gonna hit this car, because if someone does, it's gonna cost me a pretty penny. The conveniency starts even on your phone, because this car doesn't have keys. Your iPhone or your phone is your key with the Tesla app. It's like a Bluetooth to your phone, which is kind of convenient. The only thing I have to bring out if I want to drive this car is my wallet. That's it. And my phone, obviously, but that's it. That's all I have to bring out to drive. When driving this car, there isn't any oil or engine. You can just get in and go. There's nothing to warm up, which is pretty awesome actually, because every morning or every time I want to drive my GTI, I have to wait until the RPMs dip down below 1,000 to make sure all the fluids have circulated and everything. And this, I can just get in and go. The second I get in, I can put in reverse and get out of here. Of course, I have to think about tire pressures and stuff, but that's not that big of a deal. But I also have to think about I don't have to think about the height of the car or going over potholes, because the suspension in this car is adaptive and really smooth, so I'm not worried about getting a flat tire or anything. But overall, this car is just so painless to drive. You don't have to think about anything when driving it, because there are cameras monitoring the outside of the car 24/7, and that in the inside, it's recording everything around it. So if someone does hit the car while it's parked, the car records them and gets the plate, so you can report it to the police and so on and so forth. It's honestly a painless experience from a convenience standpoint. Then comes the driving experience. Now my GTI is a really fun car. It has the performance package, so it has the limitless front differential, so it corners really well. It's fast, it sounds good. When you put in sport mode, it makes the pop, the popping sound out of the exhaust. I've done all this super cool modifications to it to make it more mine and to feel like a true performance daily driver, a fun daily driver that every time I get in it, I am not bored when I am driving it. Now, driving this car in terms of speed and power, it's fast. Like, it is truly fast. Like, just this long range dual motor version goes, even though Tesla says, oh yeah, it goes 0 to 60 in 4.1 seconds, I really think it's like 3.8. It is fast. Like, truly, like, rip your neck off fast. Like, you don't need the performance. It's truly fast. When it comes to handling and just overall driving dynamics, it's not great. It's a pretty boring car. It's just it's a car that is great to commute in. Like, it gets from A to B fine, and if you want the power, you have the power. But in terms of speed and handling and stuff like that, like my GTI has all in one package, you're not going to get any crazy sounds of this car. It's really just a fast commuter car. Like, that's the way I put it. But in a daily driver, I view that as perfectly fine. If you're gonna buy something like this, you most likely have another car, and that other car is probably way more exciting and better in every single way. And that's sort of the reason why you have this car. It's something that you can just get in and go, and you don't have to worry about it, because what you're worrying about is your pride and joy in the garage. But what I'm saying though is that a car enthusiast obviously likes speed and power and going fast, and this car does have that. I mean, I don't know what the official horsepower number that Tesla quote, but I believe it's like 395 horsepower or 375 horsepower, somewhere around there for this dual motor all-wheel drive version. But you can get less powerful ones with more range, but they're not as fun to drive in my opinion. Now, a daily driver does not need to be super fancy or flashy or cool, which is why this car, it's pretty tame in the inside. Obviously, it's tame on the outside. It looks pretty normal looking. It's fine looking. I wouldn't say it's the best looking car on the outside, but it also isn't the worst looking. It also isn't the worst looking on the inside too. You have nice materials. You have Alcantara on the doors here, and ambient lighting, and heated and cooled seats, and a heated steering wheel. You have also all the autopilot stuff in here. You have these really cool phone chargers in the center here that wirelessly charge your phone, which are really convenient. Tons of storage literally everywhere. I mean, there is tons of storage, front trunk, rear trunk. You have plenty of back seat space with a cool rear screen, so if you have kids, they can play on that. Heated rear seats, more Alcantara, ambient lighting. It's honestly a decent interior for a car enthusiast that just needs a good daily driver. While yes, an RS6 or an M5 or a C63 or a GTI or a Golf R or whatever may have a nicer interior, it also doesn't really have the advantages I've explained earlier that a Tesla has. And then comes the biggest advantage, in my opinion, when it comes to dailying a Tesla, and that is the costs. With my GTI, I have put a ton of money into this thing, and I still do every single day with gas, as well as the annual maintenance cost that this car has, as well as the modifications I put into it, which I guess is an optional thing. But in a way, this car, being a German auto manufacturer car, a Volkswagen, it still costs me a decent amount every month with gas and oil and all that type of stuff that it needs. Whereas this Tesla doesn't need any of that. You buy the car, and Tesla recommends every year, or you get the car looked over, and every 6,000 miles you rotate the tires on the car. And then of course there's filters every 20 or so thousand miles, I think. But other than that, it's really it. There really is no maintenance to this car, and because it's electric, it doesn't cost that much to recharge. If you have a charger at your house, it doesn't really cost that much to install. It's $500 for the charger plus installation. That can vary. But if you charge a supercharger, it's like 15 to 20 bucks. And for that to get you around 300 miles is pretty good, honestly. I mean, it's honestly a really good value. And the best part about this is you're saving all that money to the car that you really want most. like I said, if you're buying this car, you most likely have another car that you care about more, and you can take all that money and put it towards that car or other things in your life. You're not sort of maintaining the car to get you from A to B. Currently right now, I'm filming this on Sunday, November 3rd. The Tesla lease pricing and Tesla finance offers are truly amazing. I think I looked the other day, but to lease a base model Model 3, it's like $260 a month with like $4,000 down. And you also get, there also is 0% APR with financing and stuff. So all that taken to consideration, this car actually is a pretty good daily driver for car enthusiasts, in my opinion. It's cheap, it's fast, it gets you from A to B, and honestly, the driving experience of it makes it so easy. You don't have to brake, and it does a lot of the stuff that you have to do while driving for you, and you can take all that money that you maintain your daily driver with in the first place and put it towards the car in the garage that you really want most. So in the end, no, I am not a Tesla lover. I don't think this car is that great. It is a great commuter car. It's fast. I think it's pretty cool. I do value other cars to be a lot more cooler, but this car, just from a commuting standpoint, makes it so easy, and I definitely would recommend this car to anyone looking for a good daily driver. Tesla has truly made a pretty good product here. And on that note, thank you guys so much for watching. Let me know what you guys' thoughts on this subject in the comment section down below. Are Teslas good daily drivers, or would you rather daily drive something else and put that money into it? As always, thank you guys so much for watching. See you guys next time, and as always, peace out.